So go on, what was you saying?
So the topic is like...
The topic is how you define a toxic relationship.
I feel like whoever's in a relationship should start this one off. Just makes the most sense, doesn't it?
That was actually quick, that. Put it on.
Okay.
You had that loaded, really.
Curtis,
Come on, Chris, take it away.
No, I thought Kane was saying something.
I'm not in a relationship.
It says whoever is in a relationship.
Well, you don't really have to be in a relationship because you can still see toxic relationships from outside, can't you?
From outside, but how do you see it from the inside?
Me personally, it's just, you know, when it's like you're poisoned and it's not going right. In that sense, but
what is the poison?
What's the poison? It could be anything. It could be drink. Could be something that's happened in the past. You know, it could be literally anything. But me personally, I think a toxic relationship is like, you know, it could be physical. Could be literally anything.
Right. So basically, what you're saying is a toxic relationship is when you're arguing about something that your partner think you've done, but you may not have. Yeah.
It could be, yeah. Could be in a sense.
That's just accusation. That's insecurity. So it's like, is an insecure relationship a toxic one?
It'd be like bringing something from your past relationship into your new one, innit?
Yeah, I hear that.
Like when people have trust issues, it's because
Yeah,
you've not
but
trusted people.
but some people cause it on themselves because they behave in a manner that cause the partner to be insecure.
I also think sometimes when I don't I'm single in it, but if you're with somebody that's toxic, they can bring that part out of you. Do you know what I mean? Like
the monster inside you.
Yeah,
Kind of.
Another way I'd put it is if you it's when people jump from one relationship to the next that make the relationship toxic, because you come out of one relationship and you really don't know why that relationship didn't work, and you just jump to the other one and you take the baggage with you.
What makes you think you don't know what broke down the previous relationship?
But I think if you did, you wouldn't make it happen in the next relationship.
You said it's going to happen in the next relationship, though.
That's why we're talking about toxic relationships.
But wait, what was the question? What is a toxic relationship?
Yeah.
What do you define as a
What do you
toxic
define as a
relationship?
toxic relationship?
It's two people that are together that shouldn't be together. It's two things that are not
But
working.
why? Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
It's quite a wide question, no?
So basically, but because this is what I'm trying to say. The relationship is toxic because there's a lack of trust in the relationship, and it could be that the lack of trust is coming from another relationship. People jump from relationship to relationship without thinking why the last relationship didn't work. You know, a lot of people don't think, well, what was my role? Why the last relationship didn't work? They just come out and blame their partner.
It could be the partner that's
for a lot of people, I don't think people are comfortable on their own. Do you know what I mean? So from I don't know how many relationships you can speak of like this, but like people will get in relationships for company and kind of comfort, and then it ends up spiraling out into something. Like that's one thing I always say I'm pretty good at. I love my own company, innit? That's why I never really need a girl, or do you know what I mean? Don't rely on other people for comfort. Like I'm comfort my ones, innit?
But do you know what you said there? Some people, they actually don't want to leave, because that's all they know.
It's convenient.
So that's when it does become toxic, because it's like, say for example, if someone, you know, if there was like a bit physical or something like that, every night, you know, they're always getting their head smashed in. Like, you know, any person, like normal person, would like, oh, I need to leave. But you're not in that situation yourself.
Is that toxic or abusive?
I think it's quite similar.
I don't. That's abusive.
So you don't think abusive is toxic?
I think it's toxic. Because it's toxic, it leads to abuse.
I don't know. I'd say
I think abuse is a form of a toxic relationship.
Yes, it's a different kind of, innit? So for example, cheating is toxic. Being abusive is toxic, like mentally or physically. What else?
What you said as well, it depends what you do. So some people might like, I don't know, a girl might dress a certain way just to annoy someone, or a man might take loads of pictures with girls when he's out or something just to annoy the other partner.
That's toxic. It's like the tit for tat. I'd say tit for tat behaviour is toxic. Like, she did this, so I'm going to do that, or vice versa.
Narcissistic behaviour as well is toxic.
Yeah, definitely.
True,
especially when you can see it as well. It's just disrespectful, isn't it?
that can show across as abusive in a sense, being narcissistic. Do you know what I mean? You control the relationship. It's all about you. You don't regard the person's feelings. Say that.
But do you know, I've got something here just to open it up. But if someone's in a toxic relationship, they can't really. Sometimes they can't see that it's toxic.
A lot of the time, you can't see it from the inside.
But you hear it from other people.
Yeah.
But like, what do you think's the best sort of way? I don't know if anyone's been in a toxic relationship or whatever, but what's the best sort of way to break out of it?
Not get into it in the first place. Prevention's better than cure, isn't it?
It's once
but if you don't get into it, it's not toxic.
No,
it's only toxic.
You're not gonna know it's toxic
it.
before you get into it.
No, I disagree. Sometimes I can be chatting to a girl and just see she's like a walking red flag. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if this is what it's like now, what's it going to be like in 6 months' time or a year's time? I'm just like, if I see them red flags, it's like, you can't even hide them red flags.
But the thing is, don't you think when people first start talking, they show them, it's like they're kind of like representing
no, that's
the
what I
best
mean.
side of
It's
themselves.
very easy. It's like the honeymoon period, isn't it? When you first start chatting to someone, everything's dead nice, everything's dead fun. But I'm saying, if you see red flags in that stage there, the beginning stage, and like, you couldn't even hide that. Do you know what I mean? Like, going into it.
A lot of people do hide it though. And
Yeah,
then
they do, but I'm
the
saying
person sees the real side of them when
Don't forget, when you start a relationship, you're the one to show your best side.
That's what I'm saying.
Until you get comfortable, and then the real you turn out.
But if people start showing red flags in the talking stages, then it's a no-brainer, innit?
I feel like for me, I'm pretty good at spotting red flags in it. That might just be me. Like, but I'm also like very picky about it. I was like that. Nah, that there, I'm not gonna run. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't going no further with this.
So are you saying you set out looking for red flags?
Do I look for them, or do they find me? I feel like they find me. Innit? I don't go looking for them. I'm not out like looking for faults in people. I read people pretty well, innit? So it's like sometimes you just pick up on like tiny little things, and I'm like, what starts as this ends up as this in no time. I won't say I was looking for it though. No.
Okay. But back to the question: how would you get out of it?
How do you get out?
Yeah, if you was in.
Yeah, that's good. That's a real.
Because it's like you're blinded.
No, but you see, guess what though? That's how it gets out of control, because you're in it, you're in that moment, and you don't recognize it. And some people recognize it and tell themselves, "No, I'm not seeing this." You know, so I don't think you can get out of it till it's.
Some people know that something's toxic, but they won't do anything about it. But when somebody from the outside sees it, then it'll motivate them to get out of it.
I know, but sometimes people see it as like a defense thing where it's like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's my person. You want them, you're jealous, whatever.
Yeah, it's like if I see you in a toxic relationship and I'm saying to you, Kate, that relationship is toxic. In some case, I can push you closer to that person.
Because you'll probably try and defend it.
So the question: how you get out of a toxic relationship? In a box.
Let's climb out.
in a coffin many times.
No, it is hard though. But I think there needs to be definitely more toxic relationship, healthy relationship awareness. Like, I'm going on to the youngers now. I feel like young people growing up, like, just so they can see from young, because I don't think we actually get taught that when we're young. Like, what's a happy relationship, what's toxic. All we see is home and marriage and Bart and stuff.
I don't know. I disagree with that.
Has anybody been in a toxic relationship here? I'm going to own up to that. Anyone say they've been in one?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a better avenue. What was toxic about that relationship for you?
Everything from the start to
So
the
go
end.
on, give that example.
Yeah, give us an example.
So, cheating, lying when you've been caught, making me feel like I was crazy, sort of thing. That's narcissistic behaviour. Everything that I put to the person, they flipped back on me and made it like it was my fault or it was my problem.
So why did you stay?
I didn't, that's why I'm single now.
Jeez.